Yo boys and gals, this is how I got 12 wins by beating RYLEY at the last game. So for some reason, iPhone's recorder is broken and it didn't record after I stopped recording. But I'm gonna show the replays. All the games were really good to show, but I don't know which one is better. Okay, let's choose the logbait one, which is a really relevant and really meta these days, and it's really hard to beat. Because after you just defend all the barrels, you just start rocketing your tower and just win like that. But you have to like pressure them by wallbreakers. And just like we have wallbreakers too, unlike the other mind control decks. So as you guys see, I go with the poison every time I can, so we can be up damage to be ready for whenever he wants to go rocket. Also, this deck is really strong being bait, because you can just make them waste your log or any spell to play your bats or your goblins. He predicted our miner on the right location, unfortunately, but we're just gonna go for cannon for it. We're not gonna waste the goblins by mighty miner because he's gonna do ability and we have to spend more. So just gonna log the barrel here. And I think I go bat split, and then I go bats for the goblins or goblin for the goblins, and then poison the princess, of course. Okay, I missed the princess right here, but it's alright. You guys better don't make the mistakes. He goes with a really aggressive mighty miner. I log it, and he gets my miner as well. But I pressure him with the wallbreakers. But you guys can see it's really hard to break through, but you have to just make it through. We just really chip miners, or just one hit that basket, or one hit that wallbreaker or the goblin gets, which is not that chip. That's huge. Unfortunately, we are out of cycle. He managed to out-cycle us. He's going for another princess, and we're gonna poison it again to get the damage back and probably come back to the lead. But he's just gonna rocket, I think, soon, not now. Double elixir started, so he can just really get that free damages by the rocket. Also, don't forget about the poison all the time in double elixir, especially, and try to predict the princess, because they go princess the bridge so much because they cannot get any damage beside the rocket if you don't get outcycled. Also, mighty miner is really broken. Like I wasn't expecting to watch. I just saw that balance changes is like going the medium speed to fast. I wasn't thinking that it's gonna be that big. It's like so rushing to the tower, and you cannot stop it ever. And you have to spend more than 4 elixir. I mean, definitely to be able to defend it, because it changed the lanes and the ability and stuff. Okay, here he messed up the wallbreakers because he was busy doing the rocket on the tower, and I used the time. I managed it to get two of those wallbreakers connect to the tower. They splashed to cannon and the tower. And goblins for the mighty miner. Sometimes split them, because if he goes for the ability, the goblin is gonna catch him on the other lane because it's already split. I go with the mighty miner, try to pressure to at least get a bomb damage on the tower, and poison for the goblins, of course, and the mighty miner, good value. Here I thought the bomb is gonna get the damage, but unfortunately it didn't. Okay, he goes with a rocket again. Not a good situation for us. I'm kind of hopeless here, but I mean, in the game, not in the replay. As you can see, he just logs the wallbreakers and just feels so relaxed because he has the privilege of having rockets. One of the most OPS cards in the game. I think the wallbreaker is gonna do something here. Yeah, he missed the log. So I think one of the wallbreakers is connect here, and the bats and miner is gonna finish up damage in the tower. That's a game. Okay. Okay, the next match I'm gonna show you guys is the splash yard that I beat, which was kind of strange that he had Goblin Hot, but of course because of the buff, some of people are using it. Okay, in here it's not that hard matchup, but only because we have only bash for the air, which is the baby dragon. It's kind of hard to defend it from tanking. Because one Wallbreaker connects, he thought that the one ice wizard can stop it, but he was wrong. One cannon should be okay for the ice wizard, and the Skelly King. Poison for the graveyard, of course. You can also go bats or for the goblins for the graveyard sometimes, but I was just not taking some risk for starting the game. I wanted that lead so bad for the starting. But if you see them putting so much elixir and they are not gonna have enough for poison, definitely go for the goblins. He was out of elixir because you guys saw he went with the ice wizard, bar barrel in Skelly King and graveyard, so he wasn't having the elixir to defend the miner and the wall breakers, definitely. And the poison fully counter the goblin hot now. After the goblin spawns, you can just poison them perfectly to not take any damage. I did it a little bit late right now, and then it's gonna damage the goblins that are left afterwards too. Here I didn't use my log because I knew he's gonna do ability, and it's gonna hard for me because the goblins are supporting the skillies too, so I took the minimum damage that I could. And the goblins did very well on the graveyard. Not very well because most of our tower is gone. So that miner and the wall breakers did really good because I was predicting that he's not gonna have too much elixir to defend this. So that's a good situation to go in the both lanes, because it's probably a 2-tower game. Sometimes when you see this, like 1,000 is left from your tower, and you have to like start planning ahead for the other tower too. Definitely gonna take that poison value there, because you're not gonna have that much hard time defending the graveyards because you have two big cards that you can just kill the graveyard with, which is bats and goblins. Gonna log the ability poison the graveyard, and use the ability soon of the mighty miner to bomb the baby dragon. Also a bad cannon by me, not a good replacement because goblins locked on the tower. So you guys see it's both lane pressure that I'm putting, so he's not free to go all in on the one line. And by chip damaging and spell damaging, you can take either of the towers, no matter which one, because it's overtime soon. So not gonna risk poison the graveyard always and do the chip with the miner because they're putting all the pressure and pull all the elixir that they have in attack. So you can just log and poison the tower. Yeah, and that's gonna be game by 2 hits after 2 hits of miner. Really good location that none of them hit the miner. Okay, let's hop into the final match, which is against RYLEY. So I played against RYLEY 30 minutes before this game in another GC. So I kind of knew that he's using that deck. It's a really toxic miner wallbreaker deck with rage, and it's really kind of hard to stop the wallbreakers when it's raged. And if it's tanking with something, it's like probably hitting the tower. So got a nice damage starting the game because I poisoned the Dark Goblin and the Skillies. Always mortar, cannon for the wall breakers because they're so risky and they do a lot of damage. It's the cheapest defend too. 3 elixir against 2 is not bad from preventing that so much damage. So in this game we're just gonna stop the minor wall breakers and just do the counter attacks as much as possible, and just to try to break through with the wall breakers. I think I did once in this game because RYLEY is such a good player, but yeah, it's just basically on miners and how you defend it, because like miner versus miner sometimes is only about the miners, about how much you defend it and how much you let them damage to your tower, and also the spells. So luckily he doesn't have any big spell, because he put rage instead of poison, just for fun I think. So here I had to go miner for the miner, because I couldn't let that miner get so much damage, as I told you. But we are still down in the damage. He played really good, put us in the pressure. So as long as you have the goblins and the log in your hand, you don't have to worry, because goblins is necessary for the miner, because it's so cheap. You cannot always do mighty miner on it, and also it's always necessary to have log for the wallbreakers, because sometimes it's stacking, sometimes it's not. It's just always generally good to log it. And also dark goblin might be in the tech, so log is always good to have in this matchup. Just gonna log the wallbreaker and that's it. You see how stressful it is because it's just raged up. I'm wondering how broken rage is gonna be after the balance that is coming soon. They said it's gonna damage more than zap, and it has a range more than zap. So who's gonna zap them? I mean, there's no advantage with zap at all, like in any situation. But we're gonna see. Okay, I'm gonna poison the dark goblin and the mighty miner definitely. So this mighty miner ability was really good. Got about 200 damages. He goes with the up the lane. Not a good decision, I think, because the mighty miner was so low and it was only one wallbreakers. We are in the good lead right now, and we're gonna stop the dark goblin with the bats and just keep up with that. Just keep going like that and just try to win this battle. Cannon for the wallbreaker again, and mighty miner to attack after he goes in the back, because there's no point to go anything in the back, because it's like double elixir over time, and we're both cheap players. I mean cheap elixir players, so we defended really good, both sides. So he goes with a Skelly to predict my miner, but I'm gonna go poison and miner in the middle of it. Then gonna log all of him, but he did it really good. He managed to out elixir me, and I wasn't able to use my cannon. And that mighty miner was really dangerous by him. Really good ability by him again. Mighty miner. And this is really getting close. Fortunately, we got the miner with the goblins, and we're gonna go wallbreaker and the miner, log these skellies, get as much as damage as you can, defend it with the cannon, and the miner is gonna take it down. Otherwise, we had to poison it. It was no worries, but it was just part of the strategy. Also, I got the video of opening the chest. Somehow it's just saved, but the other games are not. It's really hurtful that we don't get the champion after being RYLEY in the GC. But anyways, it's my second account. Surprisingly, my first account is banned. It's saying by chatting toxic and shit. I'm not sure, because I don't remember doing anything, but somehow got reported I got banned for 2 days. And anyways, guys, please like this video if you enjoyed and sub to my channel.
Better.